Hey, before we depart from the file path with it, I just want to point out some stuff with it as well. Make sure your file structure looks like this when you mount it, okay? Make sure it says federal level, and there's only one of them. And underneath it, you have a bunch of subdirectories with it as well, so underneath some date with it. That's very important. Now, I want to bring this to your attention is that for the file path, please note, please do not modify or rename any of the file names, the images, or the subdirectories. If you do any of that stuff, you change my entire format structure for the same. So you will forfeit this entire assignment if you do that. Okay, so please do not remove or move any of the file structures. I ask you to do any of this with it. So so please complete that with as well. So I just go in and with as well. So here's what I'm this last part is I'd like for you to create a file that we're going to links is very important because there's going to be status of a current default for the link when if there's a link on a page with it. Unvisit link is going to appear blue, and a visit link meaning it's been clicked on already, it's going to turn purple, and an active link that's underlines red with it as well. So this is by default with it as well. So in today's find today's date that you have created. Create a file called links.html for me, and I want to put this video link on here as well with it. So now there's no screenshots for this one with it, so I like for you to just go open up your Visual Studio at this stage with it, and if you can find, let's say today is the 4th that we're at right now with it, or whatever date that you have. Make sure you click on that folder that you have and right mouse click on a new file, and I'd like for you to create the file called links.html for me, please. Okay, and if you want to go ahead and put your skeleton in for this thing and just do your doc type with it, doc type HTML, and open up your HTML tag. Let me give you a second to type this up with it. I want to pause the video for the time being with it, so I don't want to take any more time out of this. So then pick up continuing from, this is the next part for the links I want to talk to you about. And one of the things I want to talk to you about is that we're going to do embedded or internal CSS for you to, let's just put on here an anchor link, see what it looks like with it. And if I do an anchor link and href, let's say we do something like this, as we went in, let's just do http://www.google.com and see what this link looks like by default first of all with it. So you can say this is link to Google search engine. Okay, so if we want to see what this looks like, Control S saves this for me, and if you can right mouse click on this link right here and come up to live server or open in a browser. So it looks like this. If you can see in the upper left hand corner, it's by default, and I told you that the default settings in all browser would look something like this with it. So we can modify this and make it a little bit more slick looking with it without this way, or the way how it looks like right now. So let me close this out and let me minimize this coming down here with it. Let's come up here between our head tags in here with it. In the title tag, I'm just going to go in here. I'm just going to say HTML links in this. So HTML links with it, just to give us what we're doing with it. And inside of this, I'm going to nest in. Let me back this out. I can move this over so it gives us some more room here with it. So in here, I'm going to move this over. So in here, I want to do the style tag with this. Close off that. So inside of this tag, I'm going to start to do some anchor definitions with it, and it's going to be defined based off of the things that we talk about. We can actually change the way how it looks at with the different settings inside of this with it. So let's start with something very basic with it as well. So I want to do an A. Let's come up here. Let's do an A with a colon, and I'm going to say linked with it. You notice my IntelliSense kicks in with it. Open that up with it. And inside of this, I want to give 3 attributes I want to talk to you about. These first one's color, all right, and I want to give a color as green. The second one, which is I'm going to use as a background color, so background color, and the background color is transparent. And the third one, I want to say text decoration tab, and I'm going to, in that first one, I'm just going to do none with this. Okay, so this property, basically there isn't anything fancy with it. We're going to do like several of these things with it as well. So that's the first one, is the anchor linked with it. Let's do one that's a colon visited with it tab, and open up our left and right curly brackets for this. Inside of that, again, still the 3 attributes we're going to look at is, first one's color. I'm going to do green, semicolon. And then the second one we're going to look at is background color. I'm going to do transparent. Background color, transparent. And I want to tell it to be transparent tab. So, and the third again is the text decoration. I want to say none. Tab, down arrow, tab, and we're going to do none. Tab. Tab basically completes the IntelliSense. It helps you to avoid the typing with it. Just moves through the code a little faster with it. So that one's the visited. The third state that we have when you hover over it, which is the hover. When you place your mouse over it, what do you want it to look like? So again, the 3 states that we're looking at here. Here's the first one. When I hover over it, I want to tell it I want to change to red. Okay, and when the background color, when I hover over it, I want to be transparent. So background color, and I want to say transparent tab. Now, when I get the text decoration, when I hover, I want it to underline. So it just lets me know that this is a text decoration, and I want to say underline with it. So we're going to do one more in this. So the other one is the active. And when you do the active in here, I'm going to do the same thing when the color with it. The color. Is yellow. And the background color is transparent. Okay, and then I want the text decoration to be underlined. Okay, so these 4 states that when I use the anchor link in here, anywhere in here, now starting with this one right here with it, you're going to see this link that I have here. So let's crank this up with it. Not only I want this to be, let's do this. Let's do an H1. That's what it looks like with it. H1, a little bigger anchor link with it. So this is an anchor link, and we're going to actually href. We're going to actually link to, let's say this, we link to Richland College. All right. So we say RLC dccc.edu, and come over here. Let me close off that anchor link, and I'll put in link, let's say Richland College. Okay, so Control S saves it, and I'm going to come over here, and I want to right mouse click on it, live. And you notice that the link, when I hover over it, this is why I want it to turn into red and it's underlined. Same goes here with it. So it's a different type of layout, different type of things that you will see, and how you can, instead of the boring default with it as well. All right, let me pause this.